From the football field to the bean field, the right equipment can make all the difference. Gear up for harvest, expand your fleet, or grow your business with Tyler Jackman at Big Iron Auctions. Tyler can improve your operation conveniently, efficiently, and effectively. And if you're selling one piece or the whole operation, Big Iron can connect you with over 750,000 registered bidders. Buying or selling, go big. Big Iron Auctions. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115. BigIronAuctions.com. From the football field to the bean field, the right equipment can make all the difference. Gear up for harvest, expand your fleet, or grow your business with Tyler Jackman at Big Iron Auctions. Tyler can improve your operation conveniently, efficiently, and effectively. And if you're selling one piece or the whole operation, Big Iron can connect you with over 750,000 registered bidders. Buying or selling, go big. Big Iron Auctions. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115. BigIronAuctions.com.
All right, we got audio and away we go. Jayhawk Linn has won the tip. Three on the way and pulled in by Brylin Bogan. Jayhawk Linn starting off strong. It's Brylin Bogan, the one player you're going to have to look forward to. Jayhawk Linn team that averages 51 points per game. Their opponents just 23. Foul in the corner. They're going to give it on to senior Bria Dawson. That's her first. Bria Dawson, two-time All Three Rivers Conference second team mention. She was second team her junior year and was second team her sophomore year as well. In the corner, three on the way. Good! That's Carson Oran, the junior, knocked it down the big triple.
And that's just a great job by Carson to match this score and keep this game going. And we'll have to see that on this team, and a big factor of this game will be the rebounding like we just saw there with Maddie Kester, but rebounds will be a big part of making sure that you can take down this Jayhawk Linn team.
Driving in. Shot no good, a rebound underneath, but taken up by the Jayhawks. Feed to Dawson, double team taken away by the Trojans. That's Carson Oran with the steal. Driving in Boatman, and that one taken away by the Jayhawks. 2-on-1, down the floor, no contact, and it's off the Jayhawks.
Great play by Carson to get that ball back and give another possession to this team, but it does look like the Jayhawk Linn. What do you call them? Are they?
They're the Jayhawks.
Jayhawks? All right. A little
Jayhawk
confusing.
Linn Jayhawks.
But, I mean, it looks like they will be doing that full court press and getting those steals, and so definitely a style that we see this Trojan team play, and interesting to see another team kind of match that style of defense.
Long throw in, Keller, shot off. And that one was battled around, taken up by Bogan. Jump ball called. Possession arrow favors the Trojans. Again, folks, we had some technical difficulties to start off with, so we do apologize. 3-all, 6:10 to play in the quarter. We're looking to try and update these as we move on. Inbound play, this is from Keller, and a foul on the floor. It's gonna stay with Girard. It's in for Kester. Play this to Sisney. Long throw finds Kester. Driving in and fouled on the shot.
That looks like the second foul on the Jayhawks.
Gonna give it to Addison Otto, the sophomore. That's her first, team second. Sisney to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Had 5 points last time out, and starts with a point here.
So for the Trojans, I think the biggest issue that you're going to have to fight against this Jayhawk Linn team is how really well this team can get those steals and get those rebounds, with a lot of the players being more lengthy, having a wider wingspan, and so that'll be something to look out for and make sure that you can still get rebounds and make sure that you can get those steals right on back.
There's a fight for it down low. I believe Kester is the one to save it. It'll be taken up by the Jayhawks, and she pokes that one out of bounds. They wanted to go to the senior and Jude Wade. And they'll wait for a substitution, as this is Callie Trezonia that checks into the game.
It looks like players taking a seat will be Erica Boatman, and so for Coach Herlocker, I think a big factor coming off the bench in this game will be Callie Trezonia, with just her height and her skill of getting those rebounds that you will definitely need in this game against Jayhawk Linn.
And that one, jump ball called on the drive. That was Brenlyn Bogan on the drive. And again, you mentioned earlier, this Jayhawks team, one of the best defensive teams in the state of Kansas, and Bogan's the reason why. Leads this entire state of Kansas in steals, averages 7.2 per game. And here she is down low to put up the shot. So Brenlyn with 2, Brylan with 3. It's a 1-point Jayhawk lead. And they'll have another steal. 2-on-1 down the floor, denied, but called for a push. That's gonna be on Marley Sisney. That's the first on Sisney, the junior. Bria Dawson to shoot 2. First one good. And you can hear how loud this gymnasium is with all the Jayhawk fans here in attendance.
I mean, we could say that for the Trojans as well. There's plenty of people in this gym and plenty of show out for both sides. But I mean,
second one, no good.
Full gym, and especially being at a neutral location, something these teams are definitely supported by their fans.
Winner gets to play at another neutral site in the state quarterfinal. Drive to the lane, Orand has to toss it away. It's taken up by the Jayhawks. And nice defense by Orand.
And we've seen that from her all year, of just Carson being able to poke the ball away and get those steals. A lot of those chances do lead to turnovers, and so something that we plan to see from Carson a lot more in this game.
Spoken to inbound. Work it in for Dawson. Shot no good inside the arc. Ball on the ground. Fight for it on the floor. Jump ball called. It's going to stay. It's going to go with the Trojans. It was Kester and Addisonado down low. How about Maddie Kester? What a breakout season she's had so far. Well, basketball not her main sport, committed to play it. Johnson County Community College to play volleyball. They'll arc it inside to Kennedy Killer. We're all square at 6 apiece. That one tipped away by Kester. The save by Orand. Here's Boatman. Euro steps her way through. Slices through the lane and good. Girard has their first lead since the opening part of the quarter. And a long pass that's going to sail to the backcourt.
And we have seen this so often from this Girard team of just keeping the offense going, making that fast-paced, transition-type style of play, and then on the defensive side of things, your opponent tries to catch up with you, and that's where those turnovers appear, and that's where these Trojans can get more points on the board pretty easily.
Oran waits, finds Keller, gets it back. They'll work it in for Boatman. We'll go to the corner. Kester, a three. Just off the center of the iron. Gets her own miss. Second chance for the Trojans. Oran will try from three. That one no good either. Killer, the rebound, fouled on the shot. That's the third foul on the Jayhawks.
Looks like that foul will go against Brylan Bogan.
Yeah. So Brylan Bogan, Bria Dawson, Addisonado combined for the 3 fouls. First one off. Marley Sisney checks back in. Kester off. Second one. Takes a few trips around the rim, but falls in. Work it inside to Dawson. The layup no good. Second chance for Otto. Fouled. She'll shoot 2 at the line.
That foul will go against Marley Sisney. That'll be her second, team second, so definitely something to look out for here in the first quarter. But from Marley, I don't think that's a terrible foul, making her opponent earn it from the line and see if she can sink these 2.
First one good for Dawson.
But with that,
that's Otto.
Being Marley's second, it looks like Kester will check into the game, and along with her will be Mooneyham for Trojana. So new face in the game is Augie Mooneyham.
Junior Augie Mooneyham has stepped up pretty well off the bench, highly regarded by her teammates for stepping up. Second one off the mark. Rebound taken in by Erica Boatman, who averages 8 a game, among some of the best in the state of Kansas. Oran will work it to Boatman. Double, almost triple team down, trying to find Oran on the floor and scooped up by the Jayhawks. To the basket and the bucket to follow for Jude Wade. All square at 9 apiece. Kester along the baseline, throws it up off the glass and in.
Tough basket from Maddie, definitely down there in the paint where you have plenty of taller girls on the court, and so great bucket and tough find.
And Kester showing off that bounce again, denying that pass to Dawson down low. It's going to stay with the Jayhawks.
There's definitely no question about Maddie's athletic ability to get up and make big plays for this team.
Again, the one thing I'll have to get used to is, for myself being from Northeast Kansas, shot clock's always been on. This tournament alone, it's always off, and that shot off from the Jayhawks, picked up by Kennedy Killer. Jenner was the leading scorer last week. And that one turned over by the Trojans. That's the 5th Girard turnover. Brylan finds Jude Wade. Shot airmailed.
There's that rebounding ability from Erica Boatman.
Work to Oran, wide open for a three.
And there's that three-point ability from Carson Oran.
Carson has 6. And the lead up to 5, and a big steal taken up by Oran. Keeps it alive for the Trojans. And they'll take it down to Keller. And this one's going to cause Chris Thomas to use a timeout. A full timeout as the Girard Trojans. A huge run to start the first quarter. They lead it 16-9. Minute 27 to play here in the first quarter.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your field and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. And now Matt's care for farmers goes beyond seed as an agent for the new 4-state farm and ranch. From the best inputs available to the protection you need, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy at Murphy Seed. Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Back here, first quarter, minute 27 to play. Girard had a phenomenal run to start things off. Full court press, and they're going to get the Jayhawks with a double dribble.
And it looks like the Trojan that caused that double dribble was Macy Munkin. And so a new face that we honestly don't see too often, especially in the first quarter, and along with her is Briley Black. And so 2 freshmen that are now getting big moments here in this sub-state championship.
Driving in is Munkin. That shot off. Rebound down low by Keller before being taken up by Dawson, and they're going to get someone down low with a foul.
Looks like that foul should go against Kennedy Keller.
On Keller.
First, team third.
And the Caleb, the one thing that Girard did so well back on Friday was they played a really clean game outside of Riverton, who had 2 players foul out.
And this Trojan team is always so good about making sure that they play a clean style of game and forcing turnovers. And as we're talking about, it's happening, in person. It's just the thing that this team has identified themselves with, of just being a defensive powerhouse and then staying clean with the fouls while doing it.
Less than a minute to play. Shot on the way. That one batted around, taken up by Mooneyham. They'll work it down low to Munkin, and she's fouled.
That'll be Jayhawks Linn. 4th foul. That will be against number 12, Briley Bogan, her 2nd.
So Briley Bogan's picked up already her 2nd. And it's actually Briley Black to the line for 2 shots. First one off. Freshman Briley Black has not scored at all, but when talking about sports in Kansas kind of early in December, they said that, and most freshmen would face adversity kind of coming up and playing right away as a freshman. Briley Black has not turned away from adversity. She's faced it. She's done a phenomenal job. Shot fake by Dawson won't fall. Second effort by the Jayhawks won't go, but there's a foul on the floor. And that's going to put the Trojans in the bonus as Dawson picks up her 2nd personal foul.
So 2 Jayhawk Linn players already in this game with 2 fouls apiece. Early in the first for the Trojans, Sisney has 2. So 3 starters that now have 2 fouls already. That will definitely impact this game later on.
And to check in is Jovea Clark, the junior, to check in for the Jayhawks as Dawson in foul trouble in the first quarter. Here's the second one from Orand. That one off the mark. Rebound taken in by Jude Wade. They'll try and throw it long, taken up by the Trojans. It's Keller. That Chesterfield rims out. Second chance from Moran is good.
Good spacing by Carson Orlando. Allow Kennedy to get that second chance bucket. And then a foul on Kennedy, and so that'll be her second. So now 4 players from the 2 combined teams with 2 fouls apiece just in the first quarter.
They're going to send Kester back to the floor to check in for Kennedy Keller. And then again, you mentioned that 34 players in foul trouble. 25 seconds. Bogan is fouled. They're going to call a blocking foul on Keller. And that's her third.
I believe instead of Keller, I think that's Carson Oran.
Oran,
and that'll be her first. But that will send the Jayhawks to the line in bonus. But something I will like to mention on that possession that I saw from Macy Monken, the freshman, just being able to play that gritty defense, definitely wanting to earn her minutes on the court.
First one good. Can't tell what number that is, I believe. That's Bria Dawson. That's actually Brendan Bogan who makes them both. Jayhawks trail by 8. Let's see if Coach Herlocker will want to take as much time off the clock as he can. Around the perimeter, it's from the Trojans. Inside Black. Kick out 3 on the way. Kessler, that's
Mooneyham.
Mooneyham, that one no good. Rebound taken in by Orand. This is Kester, has to throw it up. Can't bank it home. Or through a corner of play, the Trojans. A big 8-point lead to start off. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live, presented by Crawcan.
Here at Pittsburgh Interiors, we are proud to be family owned and operated, serving our community with quality style and service since 1999. Step into our showroom and explore furniture, flooring, window treatments, mattresses, and more. Whether you're designing a dream home, office, or simply just adding that finishing touch, our expert team is here to help. Discover why families and businesses have trusted us for over 25 years. Pittsburgh Interiors, where style meets comfort and family comes first.
Back here on Girard Sports Live. Girard Athletics are presented by Crawcan, your community technology partner. Don't get hit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crawcan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crawcan has to offer at ckt.net. And Caleb will go to a second quarter, the key to the game presented by the Trojan Booster Club. Did not get a read on that, but
I mean, I will give a shout out to the Booster Club for helping provide a bus for the student section to come and support the Trojans this game. It's like a travel called on the floor, and it will be heading back in the Trojans' favor.
That's the 10th Jayhawk turnover already in this game. Girard with just 5. 3-2 zone look for the Jayhawks defensively. Down low to work is Boatman. Jump ball called. It's going to stay with Girard, but interesting tie-up call down low. It'll be Carson Orand inbound. Long throw to Augie Mooneyham. Trojans have a chance to reset. Orand, you know she wanted the 3. I'll work it to Boatman. And that shot to go.
And we have seen Erica all year just get down in the paint and get easy buckets, just muscling her way down low to get those easy 2s.
Plenty of pressure defense across the side. This is Bogan. Otto at the tap. Sure, our defense been plentiful. Wade, shot no good, gets her own miss. And they'll try and work it across the baseline, and it's off the Jayhawks.
Now 11 turnovers. And so this Trojan team continuing to play their style of defense of just giving the other team such an issue on the offensive side of things, of even getting a shot up.
Turnovers continuing to pile up as Girard turns it over on their end of the floor. just a 6th turnover. The other side of the sub-state bracket, half of it at least, is made their way in the gymnasium. It's the Burlington Wildcats that have checked in. They will play after the conclusion of this game at 6:30 approximately. Otto. It's worked out up top, now down low. Big block on Clark. Rebound taken up by Augie Mooneyham. They'll work it to Kester. Step back 3 on the wing. Good.
That's good.
Kester's got 5, and the Trojans are rolling. That before they'll pick up a foul. It's going to go on Oran. That's her 2nd.
So 3 Trojans with fouls, 3 Trojans with 2 fouls apiece. So definitely something to look out for. I mean, not too worried about it now, but something that can definitely become an issue later here in the 3rd or 4th quarters.
And then checking in is a Trojan with 2 fouls. It's Kennedy Keller. That pass just high, and it's off of Nation and the Jayhawks. And it's those quick passes that are just over their heads that they've not been able to corral. So the Jayhawks are facing their 12th turnover now already in this game.
And a great job by Mooneyham to kind of put her body in the middle of the ball and the other player, just to force the player to kind of have no choice but to let the ball go out of bounds.
Kester thought about the heat check 3. That one's just off the mark. 5:52 to play in the 2nd quarter. It's a 13-point Girard lead, and they'll try and go for the long pass. It's taken up by the Trojans. Working quick is Monken. Trojan fans wanted a foul. They'll work it down to Kester. Collects it off the floor. Posts up, quadruple team down low. They're going to call for a travel. The Jayhawk Linn fans aplenty.
I mean, they are a loud bunch, but they look to be mainly grandparents from what I'm looking at, but definitely louder grandparents.
Kester, her 2nd deflection. Jayhawks will work it across the timeline for Addison Otto, who has that one ripped away. They'll call for a jump, and it's going to go.
Looks like a timeout.
But instead, they'll call a timeout. Timeout called by the Jayhawks, a 30-second timeout already, their 2nd timeout used. And our timeout sponsor is presented by the Southeast Kansas Player Health Alliance in Live Well, Crawford County, reminding you to know your limits when you're gambling and know when the game is playing you. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-426-2537 for free assistance. 24-11, Girard, the 6th seed in this tournament. Jayhawk Linn representing the number 1 seeded. Impressive 23-2 record for the Jayhawks, coming in undefeated in Three Rivers Conference play. And the road games 8-0, 5-0 in neutral site games. That's how impressive this Jayhawk team has been. Shot no good, a rebound taken in by Keller before she hits the deck.
I believe maybe a foul is called.
They'll call a foul on the Jayhawks for a push.
So that will be their first foul this quarter. It'll be against Addison Otto, her 2nd. So just another player with 2 fouls in this first half.
Make it the 3rd different Jayhawk with 2 fouls.
6 players with 2 fouls.
That's how bad you want it in the sub-state championship. The aggressive nature of this game. Boatman from the corner drives in, slicing through the defense, and the shot to go. Erica Boatman's got 6. We'll work it in for Dawson. Throws up a shot, that one no good. The rebound and the putback good for Brenlyn Bogan, who's got 7. And nobody was there for the outlets. So all the way from across the court, believe that was Malkin to go. Three is good by Oran. Just her third triple today, and Oran has 11 in the first half.
I believe that three was from Kennedy Keller.
It was Keller. So it was Keller for three, who's got 7. And you would be right. The one thing that's tripping me up is kind of the bigger fonts of the jerseys. Erica Boatman picks up her first foul. First shot good from Dawson.
I will say you're probably at a little bit of a disadvantage without knowing these girls going to school with them, so.
Yeah, you definitely have that advantage. Free throw is good by Otto. 29-15 Trojans. Got a Northeast and Southeast Kansas mashup on this broadcast. Black has that taken away by Bogan. And that one blocked by Oran, but they'll say that the Trojans stepped on the line.
So a great job by Carson of not letting up the easy bucket and just continuing to play that defense of make every opportunity count.
Rebound taken in, kicked out. Dawson has that deflected. Rebound, Brenlin Bogan. Open look, Otto for 2, no. And the rebound by Erica Boatman. Shot on the way, Keller off. Rebound taken in by Orand. Tresonia lost the pass. It's out of her hands. It's only the 9th turnover for the Trojans compared to Jayhawk wins 12.
And so two just such great defensive teams that we've seen all year really matching up and showing off that defensive ability. And there was almost the 13th turnover for this Jayhawk Linn team.
We'll work it across Braylon Bogan. So Brenlin fouled on the shot down low. 2 free throws for Bogan coming up. Number started with a 2 and it ends with a 2. That's Oran. That's her 3rd personal. As Marley Sisney will have to check into the game. First one off from Brenlin Bogan. And in comes Sisney to check out Orant. One more try for Brenlin Bogan. Second one doesn't go. Rebound tipped out. They'll say last off of Kester.
One of those calls that could have gone either way. I mean, both girls going up for it, just unlucky that it got called against Maddie there.
Get Dawson with a travel, and there you mentioned that 13th turnover for the Jayhawks.
And I feel like in this situation, the saying ball does not lie is definitely applied. Heading back to the Trojans' way.
Boatman will try for 3. Right to Kester for the 2nd try. That one denied. That one blocked down low. Trojans a 3rd try. Shot thrown up and a foul. They'll call a jump instead. And Coach Kurlocker is losing his mind, and the Girard fans in disbelief.
I mean, you could say anyone wearing maroon is losing their mind. I'm not sure I could see a foul.
Dawson has that swiped away by Boatman. And yeah, that call definitely was an interesting one. Boatman has her shot blocked. Rebound taken in by Keller, but not before she's pushed.
And this is something that we've seen from Kennedy all year of just how hard she tries on every single opportunity and doing whatever she can to make sure that her team retains the ball, gets an extra position, scores anything. And we have seen her on the floor probably more than 10 times a game with just how hard she is trying and that effort that is being applied.
Augie Mooneyham checks in for Boatman. Inbound from Keller. Mooneyham with the ball early. Throws it way over the head of Kester. It's in for a Wade. He gets the basket. Jude Wade's got 4. Trojans still lead by double digits. Trezonia, kick out 3. Mooneyham, that one off. Rhea Dawson grabs her 4th rebound, but look at Mooneyham, almost had a steal. We'll say it's off of Augie Mooneyham. Took a hard tumble to the floor to try and save that one. The Jayhawk fans in the front row who have their chest painted inside the gymnasium, loving that call. It's the first time I've seen in a gym with the chest painted, and it's been a few years. And that time they're going to get Brendan Bogan with a walk.
And that one was pretty clear. I don't necessarily tend to see those myself, but that one I definitely could have seen from up here. It looks like possibly a stoppage for blood.
There's a blood timeout. That's Keller. He's got a bloody knee. So we'll pause time. Again, we want to thank everyone for tuning in to our coverage of the Sub-State Championship here from West Franklin High School in Pomona, Kansas. Alongside my partner Caleb Humble, I'm Brendan Bolin filling in for Drake Miller today. As that one gets wrapped up. Drake Miller will be rejoining you if the Trojans were to advance for the state quarterfinal. The winner will advance to the state quarterfinal at a site to be named later. 3 on the way. Kester.
That's good. And Brendan, so far in this game, these seniors are making this one count with both Kester and Erica both just making such an incredible effort on the offensive and defensive side of things to secure this win and make sure that their senior year they also punch that ticket to the state tournament.
Only a combined 5 3-pointers in the last game, and for Girard, it's been nothing but net from 3-point range. Dawson lost the basketball. That one still cannot be picked up by Otto. Trojans 2-on-1 down the floor. Fouled on the shot is Keller. And Bria Dawson has picked up her 3rd foul. So to the line comes Kennedy Keller, leading scorer for the Trojans. Was named CNC honorable mention last year. And the word I like to describe for her is a rising star. If you go back to that game against Columbus back on the February 17th, 24 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists with 8 steals.
Yeah, and Kennedy she had 8 steals, but just remembering back on that game, she had maybe another 6 just balls poked away or anything that would cause a turnover that maybe not be on the stat sheet, but just still impacting this game. And so, like you're saying, someone to definitely look out for going into her senior year will be Kennedy Keller.
She had an additional 6 deflections. They're going to give Keller a foul, and Kennedy Keller has 4.
I believe, is that her 3rd?
Or a 3rd, yeah.
3rd, yeah.
It was her 3rd. That was the one where I had the mistake of Oran having, it was the foul on Oran. So Keller has her 3rd.
So she's
Oran has her
already,
3rd.
she's standing by the scores table, and looks like she'll check out, and Macy Munkin will come into the game. And so something that we haven't necessarily seen in any other game this year is that freshman Macy Munkin getting a lot of these big minutes. And I think towards the end of the year, she has definitely earned her way into more of these big-time opportunities for this varsity team.
Both free throws good from Brendan Bogan. She's made 4 today. Has 7 on the ball game. Less than a minute to play here in the first half. Mooneyham, corner 3. Kester, that one no good. Rebound, Eleanor Vaughn. New face into the game for the Jayhawks. Bogan works it down low. Vaughn is denied. It's Boatman who rips it away, and she's fouled.
That'll be the 4th foul on the Jayhawks.
They're going to give the foul to Adeline Nation, the sophomore picks up her first personal. And again, you mentioned the 4th team foul for both teams.
So plenty of fouls being awarded in this game for both sides.
Mooneyham to Trezonia, kick out 3, Mumpkin off the top of the backboard, rebound for Boatman, shot does not count. And what a half it's been. Caleb Girard is rolling here in Pomona, 33-19 after 16 minutes of play. When we come back, our halftime show presented by GN Bank coming your way when we come back here on your home of the Trojans, Girard Sports Live.
Here at Pittsburgh Interiors, we are proud to be family owned and operated, serving our community with quality style and service since 1999. Step into our showroom and explore furniture, flooring, window treatments, mattresses, and more. Whether you're designing a dream home, office, or simply just adding that finishing touch, our expert team is here to help. Discover why families and businesses have trusted us for over 25 years. Pittsburgh Interiors, where style meets comfort and family comes first.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings, chicken and noodles, and so much more. And of course, their delicious homemade pies. Dine in or carry out available. Chicken Annie's of Girard has the best value, flavor, and service in the area. Stop in soon or call for catering. 620-724-4090. More than just your neighborhood pharmacy, Mathis Drug is your hometown partner in health. With pharmacist Bria Scheibe and an experienced, highly trained staff, Mathis Drug is ready to serve you. And now, Mathis Drug offers comprehensive compounding, which is one of the few pharmacies in Southeast Kansas with this convenient on-site service. From medications to expert advice, call 620-261-9779. Mathis Drug Store, where community and care come together.
Today we're going to do an experiment to see just how fast Crawlcan's multi-gig internet is. In your email, you'll find 2 links. When I say go, click on the first link to download the 500 gigabyte test file. Go! Okay, now when I say go, click on the second link in your email to upload the file. Go! I guess it really does eclipse all other internet.
Release the Crawcan. Monstrous multi-gig speeds for a low, no-nonsense price.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years, with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust, federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Back here on Girard Sports Live, time for a halftime show presented by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. Brendan Bolin and Caleb Humble back here with you to break down the halftime stats. Presented by B&B Excavating. We'll start off with the visitor, the home side on the scoreboard. The Jayhawk Linn Jayhawks leading the way. It's Brendan Bogan, who has 8 points. 4 points for Jude Wade, 3 points for Brylan Bogan, 3 for Addison Otto, and just 1 for Bria Dawson. So pretty much the starting 5 on the floor has been the main scorers for the Jayhawks so far.
Yeah, and looking at the Trojan side of things, it looks like the leading scorer is going to be Kennedy Keller with 11, followed by Maddie Kester, who has 8. Erica has 6. Carson also has 6. And then Marley and Briley have 1 free throw made apiece. But to start this game off at the end of the first quarter, it was 19-11. And then here at halftime, it is 33-19. So Trojans scoring 19 there in the first, and then they had scored a... see how quick my math is, 14 after that, and the visiting team, the Jayhawks, were, I don't know if you want to say visiting, the opposing team had scored 8 there in that second half, so definitely not a very high scoring game for these Jayhawks here in the first, which we've seen them be a higher scoring team in the past, and looking at the record, they definitely are no strangers to scoring, so something that we will have to see is if this Trojan team can continue to keep up that style of defense and lock down the opposing team.
As out come the Jayhawks from the locker room. And again, those are halftime stats presented by B&B Excavating. The numbers don't lie, dirt is heavy. So trust the guys at B&B Excavating to move what needs moving, specializing in septic systems, water line install and repair, driveways, rock hauling, and leveling. B&B Excavating. Call 620-724-2735. And let's go back to our eye on the game presented by Canner Eye Care. So we look back at the first half. Canner Eye Care is to make sure you can see and what you're looking at. Canner Eye Care, with locations in Pittsburgh and Girard, is here to help their valued customers. Learn more at cannereyecare.com. Again, 33-19 our score at the half. And what was kind of your eye that you saw in the early part of the first half for the Trojans?
And I think the biggest thing for this Trojan team so far has been the defense. And we've seen the blocks, we've seen the steals, we've seen steals coming from girls like Kennedy Keller and Carson O'Rand. We've seen blocks coming from Boatman, Kester, and Trezona. And so I think the big thing is if you can continue to get those turnovers, get those stops on the defensive side of things that then leads to easy, fast break points, this team should have no problem beating this Jayhawk Linn team and punching their ticket to that state championship tournament. And so I think if you can just continue what you've been doing, and this Jayhawk Linn team, we've seen how good they are on their side of the defensive court as well, but I think how many turnovers did Trojans have compared to the Jayhawks already? I mean, it's not close.
Margin is 16-10 in favor of the Trojans.
And so just two defensive teams battling head-to-head, and so far the Trojans are showing that they are that more competitive team in this game.
Yeah, I go back to, again, my point earlier that, the Trojans and the Riverton Rams didn't have the three-pointers falling. So far for Girard, it's gone their way pretty efficiently.
Yeah, and I think the biggest, looking at threes, both Carson and Maddie have 2 each, and Kennedy has a single 3, and they're really shooting it from all over the court. And so I think the biggest thing is just Riverton was used to playing against this Trojan team, that being the 3rd time, and this is the first time that Jayhawk Linn has faced off against the Trojans this year. And so they're just not used to really seeing those three-point abilities from these girls, and they don't know who to leave open and who not to leave open. And there's always film, but you can't always catch everything in a short span of 1 week. And so I think going into the second half, we might see the threes a little bit more limited from this Trojan team with just The Jayhawks playing probably a little bit closer of defense, but still for the Trojans, if they're pressing up against the 3, get it down low and get those easy 2s that we have seen all year from this Trojan team.
Again, we're just seconds away from tipping off this second half as the Jayhawks enter the floor. The crowd on the far side of the gym goes crazy. And I mean, you can hear it from our mics. This gym is absolutely packed, and it has absolutely gone wild the entire 16 minutes. What kind of craziness will we see in these next 16 minutes? We're about to find out as Girard inbounds to start this third quarter. It's work to Kester for a 3. We're just off the side of the iron. Dawson gets the rebound, but is fouled.
Looks like that foul will go against Carson Oran, her 3rd. And so now 2 Trojans with 3 fouls apiece, being Carson Oran and Kennedy Keller.
That's
so
her 4th.
4th. I had her down for 2.
4th.
So more minutes for Macy Monken as she checks into the game. And Carson takes a seat, and that'll be a big part of this Trojan team, of not having your floor general of Carson Oran leading this offense.
Long throw out of the hands of Dawson, and the Jayhawks have turned it over. First turnover for the Jayhawks so far. Keller shot just off the mark. Rebound by Brylan Bogan. Brylan, who normally, like her sister, has been quite a big impact, has only been limited to 3 points as Brenlin with just 8.
And I think those 3 points came in that first shot from this team, and so since then, not much.
There's a shot that goes off the back of the iron and out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Jayhawks. Playing for Otto, her shot no good. Rebound scrum on the floor, jump ball called. It's going to stay with the Jayhawks once again.
So plenty of opportunities for this Jayhawk team, but the Trojans have done a great job of fighting back and making sure that this Jayhawk team has no easy looks. As I'm saying it, just another block from Kennedy Keller and a turnover against this Jayhawk team.
Otto, who grabbed her 2nd rebound, walked with it. And it's going to be the 2nd Jayhawk turnover already in this second half. Again, you mentioned the Jayhawks at 16, 3 on the way. Kester rattles out. Rebound taken in by Jude Wade, who's got 4. And then a pass airmail from Dawson trying to go for Jude Wade. That's the 3rd Jayhawk turnover in the span of a minute and a half.
And I mean, we have seen this from opponents facing off against this Girard team of just, they know how good this team is at getting those steals, getting balls poked away, and that fear starts to ensue pretty early against this Trojan team.
That was kept alive by the Trojans as Keller's fouled on the shot. That was Macy Monken going for it. Nobody looked like they were going to go for it, and then Monken just lobbed it backwards and was kept alive as Keller went to go up for it, and she's fouled. And that's on Dawson, who picks up her 4th personal. So already 2 players in this game with 4 personal fouls. Keller knocks down the first free throw. In to check in is Javea Clark, the junior. Timeout situations for both teams. Girard's not used a timeout at all. Jayhawks have just 2 fulls and a 30 left. Keller sinks the 2nd one. 2 for 2 trip for Kennedy Keller. Full court press for the Girard Trojans, and it's a 5-second violation. Now back-to-back turnovers.
Turnover after turnover, and the Trojans are causing them. And that's just, if you can do this against every team you match up against in that state tournament, there is no reason that you cannot win the whole thing.
Monken with an open lane in the basket for the Chits and one more at the line.
And you can just see the leadership from this team of just how riled up they get for each other and how excited they are to have those younger players scoring like this and making big plays and big opportunities, and how close this team is.
Monken completes the three-point play, and the seniors had mentioned this is the closest knit team we've ever had. As a foul on the other end of the floor. It's going to go against, we'll wait to the number. That's going to be on Monken. That's her first personal. And to the line goes Brenlyn Bogan. First one from Bogan's good. She's made every attempt so far, make it a perfect 5 of 5. Osage City and Burlington in the building. They'll play after the conclusion of this ball game. Second one no good from Bogan. There's the announcer's jinx. Rebound goes to Marley Sisney. Boatman, baseline drive, floater up and in. Erica Boatman's got 8. Almost big swipe from Monken to take that one away. Bogan dumps it down for Otto. And the Blues down low for Otto, gets the basket to fall. That's Otto's first field goal of the day. She's got 5. Both teams now starting to roll in with the points. Boatman is trapped down low, ricochets all the way through a few Jayhawks of Otto and Jovea Clark. Going to stay with Girard after that.
So a good opportunity here for Girard after keeping possession. And so I think if you're the Trojans, just continuing to play down low and play in the paint, get those easy shots, that's where you can really grow this lead and finish out this game right.
Girard in pursuit of their 3rd straight sub-state championship, looking to go back to the state tournament again. Already the 5th Jayhawk turnover in about 3 minutes of play. Not what you wanted if you're Coach Thomas and the Jayhawks. Sisney, open lane, tries for the reverse. That one no good. The rebound by Keller, and the second chance points to fall.
And Kennedy has done such a great job all year of being in the right place at the right time to get those second chance opportunities.
Brylan Brogan shot way off. Foul on the floor. It's going to go on the Jayhawks. That's already the 3rd personal. That's Jude Wade picking up her 2nd personal foul. So if I want to go over this foul count here, Jude Wade with 2, Brylan Bogan with 2, Nation with 1, Dawson with 4, Otto with 3. That's for the Jayhawks.
For the Trojans, I mean, only 3 players with fouls, with that being Keller with 3, Sisney with 2, and Oran with 4.
Brenlyn Bogan has an unbelievable amount of points. Already 4 in this second half for Bogan. Jayhawks in catch-up mode, down by 18. Jayhawk Linn student section making some noise, and a quick silence from Kennedy Keller, the junior, making her mark in the sub-state championship game with 17, and Coach Thomas has seen enough. The Girard lead has grown to 20. And we'll take this timeout to present a message from our sponsor in Salon 214, now open at 107 North Ozark in Girard. Take a timeout to pamper yourself with Vanessa and her team at Salon 214, and take a timeout to check out to Salon 214 on Facebook. I mean, I'm due for a haircut at some point down the line, Caleb, so might have to check them out at some point.
There's an opportunity there.
There's an opportunity for Girard. About 12 minutes left in this game. Head back to the state tournament, and I'm sure they've talked to you beforehand. They want to make it past this first round and prove what they've got.
Yeah, and we've gone to the state tournament these last couple of years, and it always seems like once you get there, that's where the dream really ends. And so this team, they say that they are closer than ever and that they have probably the most chemistry than any other team that we have seen. And they have the skills to do it, that they want to make an even bigger run here in the state tournament and not just this sub-state tournament.
going to walk with it. It was a long pass that just had to try and collect it, and then in the process took a few extra steps with it.
And last game against Riverton, I think the Rams' biggest issue was the rebounding. And here in this game against the Jayhawks, I think their biggest issue is just forcing things and rushing with the ball and throwing the ball pretty much half court every single time, but then has led to multiple turnovers throughout this entire game.
3 on the way. Sisney just off the mark. Rebound batted around. Picked up by Mooneyham. Under some pressure. Double team down in the paint. And a 30-second timeout used by Coach Herlocker and the Trojans. We'll take this timeout with them. 3.5 minutes to play. Trojans lead it by 20.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Chicken Annie's Girard. When you're facing a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Catering and carry out from Chicken Annie's Girard. When an onion ring craving is too much to bear, when the family's coming over and you weren't aware, it's Chicken Annie's Girard to the rescue. When there's 20, 30, 100 to feed, you need Chicken Annie's Girard indeed. A heroic value, superb flavor. When there's a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Chicken Annie's Girard.
Back here on Girard Sports Live, Brendan Bull and Caleb Humble back here with you. Girard resets their offense after an inbound. Coach Herlocker using his first timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. Sisney, baseline drive. Up top, Mooneyham a three. Can't bury that one home. Boltman had the rebound. Somebody ran into her, and the rebound picked up by Nation. Down the floor, Brylan Bogan fouled on the shot. She'll shoot 2 at the line. And this is going to go against Mooneyham. That's her first. So if you're going to foul, Mooneyham was definitely one of the options that you definitely needed to foul. First one good for Brylan.
That is just Augie's first foul, but also just a smart foul from her just to make this opponent earn it at the line instead of giving up that easy 2 with the layup.
So Boatman, Sisney, and Mooneyham off. It'll be Kester, Black, and I believe Monk can check back in. Or Trezonia's in, so Kester, Trezonia, and Black, the 3 in for Girard. Munkin and Keller will stay on the floor for the Trojans. Less than 3 minutes to play. Trezonia, early bank shot falls for her. How about making an impact straight off the bench?
And we have seen Callie come off the bench and make such an impact with her rebounding, her scoring ability, and especially that ability to get blocks here on the defensive side of things.
That one turned over, just the second Girard turnover. Wade to the basket. Offensive foul. Jude Wade picks up her 3rd personal foul. That's the 7th Jayhawk Linn turnover of the 3rd quarter. Not the start you want at all. Black down low to Trezonia. Trojans are just kind of in a hurry to try and play hot potato with it, try and find an open option. It's going to stay with the Trojans.
With the pause in the action, I think probably a good break for the Trojans to slow down and get something drawn up.
And there's that draw play. You know what? You love it. Munkin gets the rebound. She's fouled. And that's going to go against Jude Wade. 2nd straight foul for Jude Wade, who picks up her 4th. Second Jayhawk with 4. And that's going to force Coach Thomas deep to his bench. Munkin sinks the first one. This is Brett Umfenauer, a senior. So Umfenauer gets her first minutes, and it's in a tight spot. 21, now 22 points Trojan lead with 2:06 to play in the 3rd quarter. Jayhawks looking for anything That one, Umfenauer, ball still alive. Girard on it, but not before. It's a timeout called by the Jayhawks. It's a full timeout. And Jayhawk Linn just has one timeout remaining with less than 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Girard Trojan basketball comes back through this.
Every day, people are discovering that bigger isn't better, better is better. Big box stores continue to disappoint. You have spoken, and we have been listening. You want a great selection with dependable service at a competitive price. We understand, and that's what we bring to you every day. We know that we have to work hard to earn your business, and we will. Bigger isn't better, better is better at Heidrick's, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Back here in Girard Sports Live. The winner of this game will advance to the state quarterfinal. And kind of the new ruling in this state quarterfinal is everybody's reseeded 1 through 8. The matchups are decided upon, and then based off of the higher seed in that matchup, they will play at a site closest to them. If that opponent is over 250 miles away, they will go to a centralized site geographically between both of them. New ruling that Keisha introduced this year. Matchups from last night have been announced already. It's 8 different sites as Trozonia with a big steal. To the lane, Monken, the basket to go. Monken's got 7. Early shot from Bogan, that one no good. Callie Trozonia off the bench, been huge. 2 points and 2 rebounds already. Tipped pass to Kester, she's fouled. It's Brylan Bogan picking up her 3rd personal. And that'll put the Trojans in the bonus. And while we have a stoppage of play, I kind of just want your take on the new rule that Keisha put in place in the quarterfinal match.
And I believe in previous years that all the state games were played at one location, correct?
That's correct, yes.
And so now, definitely interesting to see that you're saying it's still a neutral site, just whoever's closest, that top seed is closer?
Yes.
So definitely just interesting that no matter what, it's a neutral site. It just depends on what team it is for what neutral site it is. And so I could see an advantage coming in of that. If you're playing in a gym that you've played in before, playing against maybe one of your CNC opponents, one of a gym that you're familiar with compared to your opponent who has to play in a completely new gym, that can always throw players off and make an impact in the game.
Shot no good, ball on the floor, jump ball called. It's gonna go back to the Trojans. And I'll give you a quick example on kind of how it works. So the one matchup I'll give an example for a girls sub-state state quarterfinal. Eudora will take on Bishop Miege. Eudora being the higher seed. They will play at Kansas City, Kansas Community College, one of the 8 sites. So there's 8 different predetermined sites already. And they'll call an offensive foul on Kester. That's the 1st personal. So I don't think Girard would get the higher seed in terms of the sub-state bracket. So depending on what seed is higher in that matchup, they'll play at a predetermined site. Wichita, Salina, KCK, those are kind of the 3 big cities you're looking at. And a big steal by Kester. They'll reset, Girard will reset things at less than 30 seconds. Can waste as much time as they want. They just work it around the perimeter. Keller, that one poked away. 3-on-2 down the floor. Shot from Brylan Bogan won't go. Bogan with another try, that one off. Rebound Trozonia. Here comes Black with time expiring. They'll call a push on Breck Umfenauer. And 2 free throws coming up for Briley Black.
And on the other side of things, just a rebound or a block from Trojana is what has been this entire third quarter, it seems like. And she has gone in the paint, and stop the possession for this Jayhawk team so many times. And so coming off the bench, definitely a big contribution there. And just from these bench players that we're seeing, big minutes, big opportunities, and they are fulfilling every single chance they get.
Briley Black makes them both 54-26. And a steal and a foul at the buzzer. Oh my goodness, we've seen it all.
And with that steal, I believe if Kennedy's able to hit both of these, we will have a running clock there in that fourth quarter.
That is correct. If both these free throws are made, it'll be a running clock. The referees are discussing the time, or who the foul will be on. And they'll discuss time on the clock. 0.3 of a second, I believe, is the number they'll put on. Or 3 seconds.
I mean, with 3 seconds, you have the chance to get an offensive rebound and put another shot right back up.
It's for Kennedy Keller, who's made 3 free throws already, has 17 in the ballgame.
I mean, she is by far our leading scorer tonight and has made such an impact in this game to let this Trojan team lead by as much as they've led by.
First one up for Keller, and it's good. One more free throw. It can send this fourth quarter to a running clock, and the Trojans 8 minutes away from being a step closer to William Allen White Auditorium, or Historic White Auditorium for shorts. Free throw up, and it's good.
It's good. So with that, we will have a running clock. And this game should just tick by. And at the end of it, your Trojans should be sub-state champions.
Looking for 3 straight is the Trojans. They're 8 minutes away. One more quarter to play. Find out how this ends when we come back here on your home of Trojan Athletics, Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Chicken Annie's Girard. When you're facing a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Catering and carry out from Chicken Annie's Girard. When an onion ring craving is too much to bear, when the family's coming over and you weren't aware, it's Chicken Annie's Girard to the rescue. When there's 20, 30, 100 to feed, you need Chicken Annie's Girard indeed. A heroic value, superb flavor when there's a chicken emergency.
Fourth quarter up and running here from West Franklin High School in Pomona, Kansas. Just about 9 miles outside of Ottawa, and an early foul on the Trojans.
Looks like that would go against Erica Boatman, I believe, her second.
Her second. So to the line for 2, it's Bria Dawson, who's made 1 already. It was her only point. Dawson's not made a field goal today. You can see that clock just continuing to tick. With Girard's 30-point advantage after 3, clock will be running due to the 30-point score. Second one, no good. Jump ball call. It's going to go with the Trojans. What a season it's been for Girard. They aim high to start off the season. There's an early turnover for the Trojans, and the bucket to go for Brendan Bogan. He's got 9. Mooneyhan trapped. Jayhawk Linn trying to go to a full court press. Oran lobs it over for Kester. Offense can reset. We'll see how much clock Girard will want to try and milk. It's going to be off of Brendan Bogan on the deflection. It'll stay with the Trojans. So how is offensively you're gonna attack this full court pressure, Caleb?
Yeah, and I mean, for the Trojans, they've gone against these full court presses before, and they've been able to really just get past them. There hasn't been much of an issue, but in this game so far, Jayhawk Linn at the start of this fourth quarter causing a little bit of issue, but for these Jayhawks, it might just be a little bit too late with that running clock ticking by with every second.
Jayhawk Linn's only second year in a 3A sub-state game, and the ball is still on the ground, still a loose ball. Jump ball called, going to stay with the Jayhawks. Just only the second year that the Jayhawks have been a 3A school. It was announced at the 24-25 season that the Jayhawks would be a 3A school moving up from 2A, 1A. They're still 1A in football, as the Trojans will call timeouts. Be a 60-second timeout that we'll take with them here on Girard Sports Live.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
Back here in Girard Sports Live. We'll take a look at our area matchups presented by Diskins Auto and Towing. 120 East Forest Avenue in downtown Girard. Diskins offers 24-hour towing. It can repair all makes and models. To learn more, contact Diskins Auto and Towing at 620-724-8100. Again, Osage City and Burlington will play for another spot in the state quarterfinal after this one. Boatman over to Kester. Girard will just milk as much clock as they can. There is no shot clock in 3A until next year. Right near the timeline was Boatman. Screen for Kester. Still keeps it alive. Plenty of congestion. There's a deflection. The Jayhawk fans want a backcourt. It's the ball that can cross half court, not the player. And in turn, Girard will have their 7th turnover already.
And I mean, the Trojans turn over the ball in that possession, but if you're Coach Urlacher, you're not hating that possession. The team was able to milk about a minute and a half of the clock, just dribbling around.
Way too long for Jude Wade. Jayhawks their 11th turnover of the second half. First of the fourth quarter. This team, they've been on a mission. They shot for 20 wins in the preseason. They're going to have 19 by the time this is over in the regular season. They said they want to go back to the state tournament as a backcourt violation called on Boatman. Jayhawk Linn feel like they're still in this game, but time is running out. Time not in their favor. The energy's still there for the Jayhawk fans, but at what cost? They'll work it down for Dawson, who gets her first field goal, a fall, and a chance at one more at the line.
Like you're saying, this Jayhawk, I mean, this fan base and even the players on the court still feel like they have a chance, but I mean, you're still down 25. And just this one free throw is about to take up about 20, 30 seconds of the clock. And so the running clock, big free throws from Kennedy Keller to seal this game. And just these Jayhawks don't have enough time to make something happen.
Hard foul. That's going to go against Jude Wade, who has just fouled out of this game. Day is done for Jude Wade. She finishes with 4 points. She gets a hug from Coach Thomas on the bench. And what's been her final game as a Jayhawk Linn Jayhawk. Trojans continuing to waste as much time as they can. Now 2.5 minutes left. They aren't worried about turning the ball over. They're worried about getting the clock to 0. They'll still work it around. And this is kind of the beauty and nature of when you have no shot clock. You can run as much plays as you want with how much time you want. Nice off of Brylan Bogan.
I mean, this team has had to face off that shot clock all year, where there are multiple games where you could have definitely just dribbled it down and wasted that clock. But here in that sub-state tournament, the Trojans are now finally able to take advantage of there being no shot clock.
They've been in a trial for the last couple of years as a full bench to be dispersed from the Jayhawk Linn bench, as it'll be the seniors' last curtain call with a turnover as Kester a bit upset. It's a curtain call for the seniors. Brylan Bogan, Bria Dawson, Breck Umfenauer as well, and is junior Jaden Holt, sophomore Logan Cochran. You also have Eleanor Vaughn, who's also a senior, to check in as a timeout called on the floor. And man, oh man, it's been quite the journey. It's been quite the journey for the Jayhawk Linn Jayhawks. 23-2, their best record in school history. Only 2 losses against, you mentioned Humboldt was one of the schools that Girard took care of handedly, 57-20 back in the first game of the season, back on December 2nd. And their only other loss was against Lebo, 27-51. So far after that, 23 wins. They've won 7 straight up to this point.
I mean, for this Lady Trojans team, they started off the year incredibly with their only loss coming against that.
It was Nevada early on in the season,
team, yeah.
47-49.
But
a game they felt like they should have won.
A rough stretch there during that Burlington tournament, but since then, this Trojan team has been the team to beat.
Jump ball called. It's going to stay with the Jayhawks. Kester will check in. He seemed visibly frustrated after that turnover, so just took a bit of time to cool off. Again, the stakes are high. Adeline Nation trying to bat it around. It's on the floor, picked up by the Trojans.
Under a minute left in this game.
And for Girard, they can single-handedly just pass this one around. There's been trial, there's been triumph. The Trojans, a team of destiny, looking for the three-peat. They told everybody beforehand they want to make it past this first round. This is the team they feel can go and win a state championship. And the Trojans are going to prove everybody they belong with a deep run in the state tournaments. The Girard Lady Trojans are headed back to the state tournament for the 3rd straight year in a row. Sub-state champions here at West Franklin. Final score 56-31. And Girard will continue to dance.
And your team is back-to-back-to-back sub-state tournament champions, heading back to that final tournament to end it all and hopefully come out with a state championship.
For Coach Herlocker, who hasn't won a state championship since 2018, this is the team he feels can do it. They've three-peated at sub-state now, and this team, they're going to head back with the chance to prove it. They've knocked off the top-seeded Jayhawk Linn Jayhawks. As Chris Hassler, the athletic director of West Franklin High School, will present the sub-state runner-up trophy to the Jayhawk Linn Jayhawks. As we head straight to our post-game show here on Girard Sports Live, here presented by Eastside Cafe. The West Franklin Division sub-state champion, Girard Trojans. Back to back to back. And no better feeling than to knock off the top-seeded Jayhawks.
Just an incredible game from this Trojan team to finish it out and finish out the sub-state tournament right and take that win to go back to that final state tournament.
As we announce the scoring numbers, 19 for Kennedy Keller, 10 with Kester, Moran with 6, Boatman with 8, and Callie Trezonia with 2 for the Jayhawks. Jude Wade with 4, Bogan with 13, Rylan Bogan with 5, Rhea Dawson with 4, Addison Otto with 5. That's your post-game numbers. Out come the students to celebrate. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, our Eastside Cafe post-game show right here on your home of the Trojans. The three-peat sub-state champion Trojans here on Girard Sports Live.
Tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss.
The Trojan sack means $2 short stacks at Eastside Cafe. Kick off your day with a hearty breakfast or take that midday break at Eastside Cafe. And this fall, when the Trojans get a sack, you get $2 short stacks the following day. Dine in only. Restrictions apply. Eastside Cafe, a favorite of the 4 states winner. Go Trojans from Eastside Cafe.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
Prairie Mission Retirement Village. People caring about people in the loving spirit of Christ. Spacious apartments made to feel like home. And a loving, caring, experienced staff. That's the Prairie Mission difference. A continuing retirement community promoting person-centered care with an on-site clinic from Labette Health and offering independent living apartments, assisted living, and long-term care, all with the respect and care our loved ones deserve. Prairie Mission Retirement Village, St. Paul, 620-449-2400.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business,
Back here in our post-game show presented by Eastside Cafe. Saturday after the Trojans get a big win. Dine-in only, restriction apply. Experience the best breakfast in town 6 days a week at 120 South Ozark Street in Girard. Eastside Cafe, a proud supporter of Trojan athletics. Brendan Bull and Caleb Hummel back here with you from West Franklin High School in Pomona, Kansas. 56-31 for the Trojans, who won their third straight sub-state championship and will head to the state quarterfinal with the site to be announced later tonight or early Sunday morning. And Caleb, I mean, wow, won a game from the Trojans. They looked like they wanted it from the word go.
And I mean, these girls, they wanted to win that sub-state tournament so badly from the beginning to the season here tonight, just making sure that they can repeat that victory. And that's what they were able to do tonight. And like you're saying, from the beginning, you could tell this Trojan team wanted it more, and they're the ones that went out and got it by a large lead and a big victory over these Jayhawks.
And we'll take a look at the area matchups presented by Discanzato and Towing. Halstead and Gordon Plain tipped off at Haven High School. Hested and southeast of Saline played prior. Holcomb takes on Goodland, and Ellsworth takes on Beloit. That's being hosted at Larned High School, or Larned Middle School, but hosted by Larned. And then finally, at the Sabetha Sub-State, Silver Lake takes on Riley County, and Hiawatha will take on Marysville. And of course, Osage City and Burlington ready to go here in about 20 minutes. 8 teams can make the state quarterfinal, but 4 can only make it to White Auditorium in Emporia, Kansas.
Yes, and some of those teams we have definitely heard before playing in that final state tournament. And so will it be this year that the Trojans can finally get past that first round, get past that second round, and make it to that championship game?
And the thing that definitely is out of their way, Frontenac, who has historically the most appearances by a 3A school. I believe 17 is that number for most 3A appearances in tournament history, but also Goodland's in that tournament. They've been a very dominant team, but it's kind of been a so-so year for Goodland. But again, you mentioned this is the team that can probably bring it for the Trojans this year.
And this team is definitely capable of making it all the way, and we've seen how well these girls play together. So it's just a matter of time to know, will this Trojan team make it to that next round?
And we'll give out our player of the game, presented by the Trojan Booster Club. And who would you say your player of the game is?
I would say tonight, for me, it's pretty clear, pretty easy. Kennedy Keller, leading scorer with 20 points. Her defensive effort, just a great game all around from Kennedy. So definitely Kennedy Keller tonight for that player of the game.
And here comes Coach Herlocker. With Coach Herlocker. His comments brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. And Coach, what a win for your girls. I mean, Caleb and I said it. It looked like your girls wanted it from the word go. Describe the feeling you got right now.
This is my 10th trip overall, 9th here at Girard, and it never changes. It's a different story each time. There's a different way you get there. This story, we had injuries, we had sickness, we had tragedies at our school, and we're 8-5. We just played and just got demolished by a really good Colgan team, and we're sitting in a room at 8-5 saying, what are we going to do? What do you want the rest of this season to be? Okay, it was a crossroads, a true crossroads. And we've been 11-1 since. And so, I'm a person that believes things happen for a reason. This group of people are way tougher than most of the groups I've had at this point. So you're right. These people came to fight, and fight they did.
And this is, again, I looked at it against the Riverton game as well, and you go back to this game here too. This is a very disciplined group, and compared to Jayhawk Linn, who got themselves in plenty of foul trouble with Jude Wade fouling out. I mean, How do you describe the toughness and the discipline of this group?
Well, you know, it's a group that all five of the starters have played since the go. They've played since their freshman year. They've gotten quality minutes. They've got minutes in times when it's all on the line. And when you get to where you have players that have played, and for the juniors, they've played 3 full varsity seasons. You've got 2 seniors that have played 4. This is their 4th. You know, special things happen. And, you know, this is our 3rd trip in a row. So proud of the legacy these guys are creating. You know, we've only went, and the last time we did this was 2017 when we had a state championship. So, you know, what a special group for this group to put themselves with. So,
and this will be the first trip for everybody to go through the news Acacia quarterfinals role, where, you know, the higher seed in that matchup will get an advantage in the sub-state site, or the quarterfinal sites. What do you anticipate with your crowd that has showed up here today to do the following game in the sub-state quarter, or the state quarterfinal?
Well, you know, I've said it a lot, but they never disappoint. Girard is a very special place. You know, you can look up your statistics on, you know, I see your Varsity Sports Live. You can look up your statistics of not only how many people show up to our games, okay, but how many people watch online. We have the best fans, and you know, girls don't always get their due. Girls don't always get the crowd, the cheering. What a great atmosphere tonight was. I thought Jayhawk Linn had a wonderful crowd as well. This is what you hope for. This is what, you know, this was old school basketball. And it, you know, usually it takes a sub-state championship or a CNC title or something like that on the line to get a crowd like we had tonight. But I can't say enough about everybody that traveled and made their way here. Can't say enough about the people watching at home and you know, who are loyal. You know, I can't tell you when I'm on the street how many people, I watched you the other night, you know, and so Girard is a special place. My players are very special people. I tell you, it's hard not to get emotional when I think about what these kids have been through, the character they've showed, and like I said, 11-1 down the stretch. You can't do much better than that.
My final question before we wrap up here, I know you want to get to celebrating. This team's been described as a team of destiny, and you've said you think this is the team to do it. And when you look ahead, how are you feeling right now about this team? Do they got what it takes to do it?
So, you know, basketball is a game that it's not all about you. It's also who you have to play. And this is as loaded a group in 3A that I've seen. Halstead won it last year. They're undefeated. Lost pretty much no one off of that team. I think their best player was injured. She's coming back from injury. Silver Lake, you know, we know them well. They're a very good team, and you know, I'm sure that there's going to be 6 other, but I know we're a very worthy team. So it's a loaded thing, and all I can guarantee you is that we're going to come out and we're going to fight and we're going to play the best defense in the state.
Well, Coach Urlacher, your team's one step away from playing on the big stage in Emporia come next week. Thanks so much for your time. Congratulations and all the best to you.
Thank you.
That was Coach Urlacher. His comments presented by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Important Issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And I know we were going to give out a player of the game before Coach Urlacher came up. So who would you give the player of the game so we can wrap up and get out of here?
Just finally going over it one more time, Kennedy Keller was our leading scorer with 20 points. Her defensive effort definitely didn't go unnoticed. An incredible game from her to wrap up this tournament and get that win. So for me tonight, that player of the game will be Kennedy Keller.
And the shot of the game presented by Bradshaw Collision Repair takes a shot just like you'd have to go Kennedy Keller for the clutch free throws to send us to a running clock.
That's, I mean, looking at either Kennedy's free throws or any of the threes that Maddie or Carson made really there early on that set this team apart and let them lead in scoring for the majority of this entire game.
Your
Car takes a shot just like Kennedy Keller. Take it to then Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob Bradshaw offers refinishing, paintless, dent repair, glass replacement, and more. Let Bradshaw Collision Repair get you back in the game. Call 620-724-7300. Osage City and Burlington to follow up after in about 12 minutes. And this is a loaded team. This is a team with destiny, and I'm sure you're excited to get on the road with Drake come next week. Again, that site will be announced later tonight or early tomorrow morning on the Acacia website, or visit varsitysportslive.com to get the full details on when the next matchup is for you. This has been another presentation of Girard Trojan basketball here on Girard Sports Live, presented by Crawl Ken. Alongside my cameraman Sarah Goebel and Caleb Humble, I'm Brendan Bullen, signing off from West Franklin High School. Have a great evening, folks. And the three-time Girard Trojans will be playing some more basketball next week.
Thanks for watching. From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports.